Hello, everybody. Very good afternoon to you and welcome. It's Wednesday, the 27th of August, 2025, and we're here again in the market looking for opportunities as usual. Hopefully, we find some very interesting ones as we proceed in today's live stream. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are around the world. It's another day when we try to exercise our right by looking for opportunities to invest across the globe, especially in the Nigerian capital market and perhaps in the US market as well. I want to congratulate everybody who has been a part of this all along, and together we continue to build wealth. Hopefully, we enjoy another beautiful moment and a good experience. Thank you for yesterday. It's been wonderful. I really appreciate all your efforts and contributions. We had a fantastic time yesterday. Very telling truths that were told. And of course, everybody must have been sitting up right now, knowing what to do with their finances at this moment, because like we said and concluded yesterday, nobody is coming to save you. So sit up, tighten your seatbelt, never look for anyone to come and bail you out, not a government, not an individual, not an organization. Your organization only needs you for the work you will do for them, and after that, they are off and done with you. But you can never be done with yourself. And so the best thing to do is to secure your future. Thank you very much. On that note, I'd like to also let us know the usual program for the day. We proceed with taking the review of stock market activities yesterday, the previous day, and then we proceed to take your comments. But before then, let me introduce the moderators in the house: Maobi, Rehoboth, Oremos, and of course, Benita. Thank you very much. They will be helping me along the line to respond to some of your questions, especially those that I have mentioned or attempted to answer before some other person repeats such questions. And then, of course, with their vast experience now doing these things with me together, we proceed to making it happen by responding to some of your questions I am not able to meet up. As usual, please, if you're making comments, repeatedly send those comments, because the screens practically scroll by itself, and so it's difficult for me to go through each one of them one after the other. Now we go on to review of market performance yesterday, market activities yesterday. The Nigerian Exchange All Share Index maintained an uptrend, with bullish sentiments dominating transactions in the local exchange for the second trading session in the new week, right? So Monday and Tuesday has seen a recovery from the dip we experienced towards the end of last week. Trading data revealed that the market index climbed by 0.23%, closing at 141,761.36 points, while market capitalization surged by 203.48 billion to 89.69 trillion, increasing the year-to-date return to 37.73%. Stockbrokers said positive movement in the equity market was largely driven by interests in GTCO, International Breweries, and Zenith Bank, though trading activities actually weakened. The NGX update revealed trading volume in the local exchange rose by 2.43% to 585 million shares, and the total transaction value reached 12 billion naira across 26,667 deals. There was a negative market breadth, but despite that, there was an uptrend fueled by investors' sustained buying interest across key sectors, supported by notable price gains in some medium and large cap stocks. In terms of volume, FCMB led the activity chart, accounting for 14.81% of the total volume of all trades executed yesterday, followed by Veritas Cap 11.36%, ICO Insurance 6%, NSL Tech 4.53%, and Mutual Benefits Assurance 3.9%, rounding up the top five. WAPCO emerged as the most traded stock in the value terms, accounting for 12.72% of the total value of trades on the exchange. Top gainers chart was led by NCR, and then followed by Beja Paints, and then Beta Glass, Cadbury, Sovereign Insurance, and Chams. Then 33 stocks depreciated according to data from the exchange. Legend Internet was the top loser, followed by QTix, FTN Cocoa, Ella Lakes, Japol Gold, and Wema Bank. Thank you very much. I see a lot of comments regarding the t-shirts I'm putting on right now. I told you I'm on vacation, and so this is what we'll be seeing until I resume on the second, fully back from the vacation on the second week of September. All right. So off to your comments. But before we proceed, let me also inform us that the views expressed in this live stream are all personally mine and are not investment advice. Therefore, whatever you hear, please do not believe. Go ahead, do your due diligence before you take your investment decisions or make your investment decisions and take steps. Good day, coach. Please, how do I join the Net Worth Investors Club? How do I open the Atlas Portfolios account? Alice Ago is asking on Instagram. Very simple. Send me a DM on Instagram. Immediately after this live stream, I'll start responding to them. The response could take up to 24 hours because of the loads of DMs that drops there. And that's why everyone is directed how to join the Net Worth Investors Club. Send me a DM on Instagram or on, of course, how to open your brokerage account. I will send you the link as well. Thank you very much. So as we proceed, let's also be informed that the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You've got to be patient. I was trying to make a post just remembering that 27 years ago, I had only 4,000 Naira to start with. And so it's not also a place for the rich. Do not fall for that mistake. Whatever you have, wherever you are financially, you can get started and then build from there. That's the idea. Dr. Tool says, good afternoon, coach. Please, I have Boa Cement and Custodian. Is this a good time or wait? I have Boa. Is this a good time or wait? Or I wait? Please, Dr. Tool, can you confirm what good time you are referring to? Good time to sell? Good time to buy more? Please. Okay. Good time to top up? Well, when the market is actually low, is a good time to be topping up on your stocks from time to time. That's my candid advice there, right? It's always a good time to top up when the market is sluggish, trading sideways, or bearish. Good afternoon, coach. You are looking very good always. May God decorate you always with peace. Thank you very much. Omenri the Billionaire. Appreciate your prayers. Please, coach, what stock can I put 3 million into? Not RDL, USN, CWG, TIP, and VFD. Go for Zenith Bank or Money Bright. Right? Okay. Keep those comments coming in. Hello, coach. NIDF price has remained constant for a while now. Hope it's not a bad sign for them. What bad sign? Lakeside. It's a very good stock, continually paying dividend more than every other person apart from Seplat. So what are we talking about? If the market refuses to recognize that, then that's the opportunity to keep piling on some more stocks because they are actually invested in infrastructure. If you take a look at some of the, there's a particular daily live stream video. I broke down details of what NIDF does and investing. That should impress you enough not to worry whether price is moving or not, because long-term investors don't bother about price movement until they are fully accumulated in a particular stock, right? Yeah. So that's it. Nothing's wrong with it. People are just moving money left, right, and center into stocks that they think they need to grow their capital. The most settled investors will be going for such stocks that gives them financial, stability, particularly with regards to stock price movement. All right. Okay. Good day, coach. Please analyze VFD Group or La Yofair. I have done that severally. Everybody just needs to be patient with that stock. It will take some time before the fantastic plans they have begins to manifest. They have very good plans. They are expanding. Stock price fluctuation is only a welcome development to take position. Excuse me. Sharp looking well, coach Omiat AY. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Greetings, my coach, with lovely t-shirt. Looking good. Please continue with that. Thank you very much. Clean. Good day, coach. Please, what foreign stock can I buy today for long and short term? Yeah, yesterday I was looking at Joby, Joby. That should be a good swing trade stock it's in the defense sector, and I am suspecting Donald Trump is about to do something in the Pentagon that will that should influence the price of that stock. Swing trade, not long term. So you may call it a short term trade. Joby, Joby. Long term, my long term favorite remains. If you have missed Uber, well, you may never see it at 90 anymore because it's going back to the all time high of 97. I spotted Uber 92, then it dropped to 80 something, and I also mentioned it. I'm sure some people must have bought. Uber should be on its way to the 100 dollar mark soon. Other long-term, very sound fundamental stocks in the U.S. Stock market are ACMR, recently dipped and then is now recovering back up. And then you also have a stock like Exodus Movement, ticker symbol EXOD. Fantastic in all ramifications regarding the fundamentals. Excellent company. It's only a matter of time before it blows open, and I'm ready to give that stock up to 2 to 3 years. Well, it could just happen faster than I am projecting. Even 1 year from now, Exodus Movement should be something else. And then the third long-term stock, or is it the fourth right now? Because I've mentioned Uber, I've mentioned Exod, I've mentioned ACMR. These are long-term fundamentally sound stocks I know will do very well given time. The fourth should be FLXS. FLXS. Ticker symbol FLXS. Right? The name of the company is Flex Steel Industries, FLXS. That's another fundamentally sound stock. You can take your time, buy reasonably, relax, and see it grow. That's about the foreign stocks. Good day, coach. Please, what's your take on Transcorp? Transcorp has been lazying around, and partly because of the poor dividend paid out, but the financials are now looking good, especially following the share reconstruction that was done. It's a matter of time before we know whether it's a stock for the future, because it's supposed to be a powerhouse, but the dividend payout has not been encouraging enough. And a lot of investors are looking for the money. Mr. D. Abba says, coach, between Dang Sugar and Aradel, which one is good buy? Both of them are fantastic buys in different industries, and so with various prospects. By the way, Academy Press, as mentioned yesterday, updated by one of our callers, is doing a 1-for-5 bonus. Be informed, everybody who bought Academy Press and held since it was 5 naira 10 kobo, as mentioned here, even though you are almost 100% up in profit, you are going to be receiving 15 kobo dividend and 1-for-5 bonus. All right, qualification date is still next month, so anybody who buys now can still qualify. Current bid and offer status 826,000 bids versus 544,000 offers. So between Aradel and Dang Sugar, well, it's quite a tough call, but I think Dang Sugar at 58 is great. So you could go in for Dang Sugar, accumulate enough, and then later wait to see what happens with your plan to purchase Aradel. But both of them are in my portfolio as well, so they are really okay. Great stocks. Do you think Nigerian stock prices grows faster than foreign stock price? Chinex, the volatility you can't really argue with. The U.S. stocks are more volatile and therefore affords you quick short-term profit, but can also wipe out your capital. In any case, all in all, if you take a look at the indexes, I mean, the all-share index of the Nigerian exchange versus that of the Dow Jones Industrial Average or S&P 500 or NASDAQ composite, you will find that the Nigerian market is growing faster than the US market. Collectively speaking, that's the situation. Coach, why is Coronation Infrastructure Fund not on the NGX yet. I think it should be there. It's been listed. I haven't really searched. I will look for it. Let's see. Coronation Infrastructure Debt Fund should be listed. They've done the listing. I haven't done a reasonable coverage of it, but I can tell you it's been listed. All right, I will do my findings to know where to locate it on the NGX board here on what you call um, on Atlas. I haven't really taken time to search for it on Atlas. I will do so eventually. Coach, why do Nigerians call it T-shirt? What you're wearing is a polo shirt. Well, that's what we grew up learning about, Dr. Yomi. Jennifer Nicholas says, is Apple and Google a good buy for long term, especially when you already have ETFs? Well, if you want to, that's a very intelligent question there. You've already gone the way of ETF. The question is, how accumulated are you in that ETF? Because sometimes um, individual stocks gives you some level of focus so that you can be able to pile up enough on a particular stock, especially if amongst the basket of stocks in that particular ETF that has, for instance, Apple in this case, if Apple is doing or has a better prospect than the rest of the entire basket, then it will make sense to actually buy Apple individually. But in this particular case, I'm looking at Google right now. It will make a lot of sense to have Google separately. You know why? First off, for the fund managers of that particular ETF to have decided to add Google, it means it meets certain very important criteria for investing for profit, right? And they have seen some very reasonable long-term value. For me, amongst the Mark 7, Google remains the least priced stocks amongst the Magnificent Seven in the US market. And so, out of the entire basket in that ETF, buying Google makes a lot of sense to me because it gives you another chance to grow your money much faster than the ETFs may give you. And if the ETF fund managers, like I said, have believed in a stock like Google, and I am now stating that Google is actually undervalued amongst most of the Mark 7, then you should go ahead and buy Google. I remember Google hovering around 150 for so long, looking like it's been ignored. But guess what? With time, it began to jump. And before we knew it, Google crosses $200 per share. But you know what? There's still more to it. Take a look at the future of the entire world. The world is overtaken by AI. The world is going to be overtaken by all of these robotics. And so, investing in Google positions you for even future, the future of the world, right? So they will continue to keep making money. Okay, all right. VO is here telling us it's classified as T-shirts. Fantastic. Coach, is it a right time to buy Okomo and at what price for today? Let me see. Okomo oil. As long as it remains around 900 and refuses to drop, it's a good time. Well, 918 as usual, full offer. Well, you got to take your chance. So it's okay at 918. Every day it closes at 1020 because no block transaction at 918 of 100,000 shares has been done. Coach is on the NGX equity CNIF. Okay, CNIF, thank you very much. Sir, I'm Colette. CNIF, let's see. Coronation. Yeah, that's it. But no trade is going on yet. Let me see if we can be able to access it. All right, there are bids, no offers. Okay, it's actually listed at 100, no offers yet, and 17,000 bids. So the Coronation um, Infrastructure Fund is actually listed on the equities board if you are using um, Morgan Capital or Atlas Portfolios. I don't know if Morgan has listed, but it's already been listed by Atlas. Ticker symbol CNIF. Thank you very much for that. Please, I want to reduce my bank stocks and diversify my portfolio. Which do I keep between Zenith, Fidelity, UBA, and GT Co? If you intend to take out one, then of course you leave the three biggest and drop Fidelity. If you are to take out two, then you leave the two biggest, Zenith and GT, and drop Fidelity and UBA. Very simple. But if you are looking for a chance for more capital gains going forward, then you would want to drop one of Zenith or GT to admit a UBA. But I do not think that you should drop the biggest banks for any order if you must drop some. What's a good price for MTN? Beauty Finds Shop. Let me check to see. MTN currently 413. I've noticed it's refusing to drop below 400, even though the bids are far less than the offers. 590,000 bids now versus 880,000 offers. Yet it will just, though it's losing from 435 to 413 as usual, it will still end up closing at 435 unless there's a major 100,000 transaction block at 413. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. For 413 naira 90 kobo, you could buy at this point. Reason with me, please. I want to reduce my bank stocks. Okay, I've responded to that. Good afternoon, coach. Always looking good. I bought RT Briscoe at 349. Should I see and take a position in UBA? Or should I sell and take a position in UBA? Zigzelda 8. Well, of course, UBA has better prospects right now than RT Briscoe. So you can take a position in UBA as long as you are buying at around that 48 naira range. By the way, let's see what's happening with RT Briscoe. I'm just patiently waiting there, locking in the corner for one good news about that stock. And then it will be Uhuru, 3 naira 40 kobo, same price with yesterday. No changes at the moment. Talking about RT Briscoe. What's your take on PZ? Ronke Steven. PZ continues to be in a mix. You know, shareholders are saying the value of stocks you want to give to, I mean, the valuation you are giving to us to delist the company, we are not accepting. The company is trying to delist, and it hasn't been resolved. So it's a very dicey situation that I do not think anybody should just go in there and get their money stuck unless you already have PZ and you want to see that saga to the end to see what comes out of it. Otherwise, I do not. That's why I do not talk about PZ, because everybody needs to know the history of what they are investing in before they proceed. She Lawyer is asking, what is a good buy for CNIF? CNIF currently has no offer at the moment, though there are 7,000 bids. So it was listed 100 naira, but of course, if you want to easily buy it, then you place a bid at 110, put in maximum gain for the day and see if you succeed. But no much attention for that stock yet at the moment. So that's the situation. Hello, coach. Which stock should I buy with 300K today? A3 Awards, 300K. Let's see. I would not suggest, well, not bad. I'm seeing UACN at 73. That will linger a while from what I'm seeing because people are still offering that stock. Okay. 300K. Let's see. Dangote sugar is okay. Oh, wow. It's gone back up to 60. If you can find Dangote sugar at 58, buy for the long term. I guess and I hope it's for the long term. Fidelity Bank, I think, is ideal. Wow. It's up to 21. Really? Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Fidelity Bank is looking very interesting here. Having lingered around 20 naira for so long, some interest is building up. Despite the fact they have 24 million offers, there are 34 million bids, so 10 million bids more than the offers. That's a statement. I think you should go in for Fidelity at that price because automatically you qualify also for the interim dividend that shall be paid in 2 months' time. Coach Geregu is not selling. Kaka Pro Max. Let's see. Geregu Power. Geregu is on full offer, so it can sell. But people are not buying. That's the situation. So the bid and offer is no bid, 1.5 million offers. As usual, it's been like that on full offer on a daily basis. That's because the stock is overpriced. And no matter how much they've been trying to pay as dividend, it's not commensurate with the price per share in the market. So even holders wants to sell, but nobody's showing sufficient interest. Good day, coach. Which stock should I buy less than 10 naira? Less than 10 naira. I quickly went to check what's happening with TIP, and it's at 12.20. Okay, so never went less than 10. I think Jai's Bank at a very good price, under 5 naira, should do 4 naira 65. That's a good price, especially if you are going to stay patient. Current bid and offer 10.8 million bids versus 4.8 million offers. So the bids are more than the offers. If you do not want to invest in banks, then something less than 10 naira that could make a lot of sense is UPDC, currently 670. Should UPDC ever drop below 6, that would be a fantastic buy at this time. And then something else less than 10 naira that can quickly fetch you both dividend and bonus is Academy Press, right? Coach, is Fidelity and First Holdco good for the long term? Absolutely. Long term, fantastic. If you are not following me, you are losing money. I do not need to repeat that. You will hear it from callers very soon. Coach, Bamboo sent, oh, hold on. Bamboo sent Charms right form already, but I want to get through Atlas. I have Charms with Bamboo. Well, feel free to claim the entire Bamboo rights due you. Charms due you through your preferred broker. Just take all the quantities, fill it there because it's still the same registrar. So no matter how many stockbrokers you have bought charms from, you will still get allotted what's due you automatically. Good day, coach. What's your advice on buying Seplat share presently considering the price? Peter, Seplat is actually not the best if you are trying to build your portfolio from now. Always reminds me of my story. When it was 350, when it was 1,000, even when it was 1,005, I would have said, go ahead and buy. But guess what? Not now. Capital appreciation, you will not see. When it's time to sell, you will struggle because buyers are hardly found. And of course, the dividend yield is not anything where you would really want because those who bought at 300 are the ones enjoying the fat dividend now. You are coming in at 5,000 plus, won't make much sense to your cash flow. Coach, is Academy Press good to buy or Layinka? Academy, always good if you find it under 9. Yesterday it was trading around under 9. Today it closed at 9 yesterday though. Today it's still around 9. But I'm seeing the bids are building up. Yet the highest bid is 8 naira 66. So buyers are staying patient, even though the bids are double the offer price at the moment. So somebody could just go there and trigger the 9 and begin to buy at 9, and then it will drop the offers even more. Is it a good time to buy GTCO shares? Forty Royal Foods. I think the best entry price for GTCO should be around 93 down. So you want to stay patient. Currently it's at 97. It will eventually go back to the 100 naira mark and above, but that will take some time. So before then, and you intend to hold GT for long, it's important that you try to take position when it's at 93, because that fluctuation will always be there before the final move. Hi, coach. What's the difference between Alphabet, Class A shares, and Class C shares? Chair OB, very, very interesting question there. Very simple. Google Class A and Class B is just, Google is actually the ticker symbol, GOOGL, right? The parent company is Alphabet. Okay. So, Class A, there was a time when stocks of a particular company become so expensive, most retail investors are not able to buy into it. Then the owners will now create a Class B and name the existing one Class A, so that the Class B or Class C becomes a cheaper version of that particular stock. That's basically the difference. Just like you have Berkshire Hathaway Class A and Class B. And it will interest you to note that that's the most expensive stock in the world, Berkshire Hathaway. Can I tell you this just to deviate a little bit? Berkshire Hathaway Class A stock, um, one stock is about $737,180 for one unit, one stock of Berkshire. One time I pointed it out, I think it was last year. As at then, it was at 600 and something thousand dollars per share. So if you had 600 and something thousand dollars and you put into that stock 1 year ago, now it's 700 and something thousand, almost $100,000 gained. As expensive as that stock is, it could have still made you a gain. But in the last 1 year, it has gained only about 7%. That's why the 100,000, almost 100,000 on top of the 600 and something thousand, that's what the percentage gain is. So they have Class B. This Class A became so expensive, they now established Class B. Let me check to see how much Class B of Berkshire Hathaway. You all know Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett is the founder and the chairman, though he's stepping down later on this year. So, Class B of Berkshire Hathaway sells for $425 per share, while Class A is over 700,000. How much is $700,000 in Naira, please? It will amaze you, but let's see if we can punch out the figures. $700,000, for instance, times 1,550. We are talking about 1,085,000,000 Naira for one stock. Do you understand now why I say, if you think you have money, come to the stock market? Some of these things, I just preconceive them and then it becomes words in my mouth. A lot of people run into a few millions and they will not let people rest. Bring that money to the stock market, it will useless it. You will know you are not rich. 1 billion Naira per share. That's what Class A Berkshire Hathaway stock is. All right, so that explains that. Coach, what's your take on sovereign trust insurance? Penny stock insurance. Sovereign is actually trying its best, really making good moves. I think the market loves it. Currently 3 naira 10 kobo from 285. So the insurance stocks are pumping up back up. The last time they all rallied, it flew to about 3 naira 96 kobo. Now 3 naira 10 kobo. So it's almost getting back. 5.9 million bids versus 1 million offers. Coach, please, what's your take on universal insurance? Uni insurance. Okay, that's down by 3 kobo. Closed yesterday at 1 naira 30 kobo, now 127. 24 million bids versus 22 million offers. So the bids are slightly less than the offers. Okay. Also, there is a stock listed on the NGX for 1 million per share. Crazy money. Oh yes, that one, they never ever trade on it. Every day it's blank. Nobody wants to put in 1 million where you will struggle to find a buyer. It's called AVAIF. Every day. Oh, there are bids for AVAF. Oh, really? No, there are no bids. I doubt. That's Austin Lars. 0 bid, 0 offer. AVAIF. 1 million naira per share. Is an infrastructure fund. Hello, coach. What's going on with UACN? UACN is after, when you run a serious marathon. When I was in secondary school, by the way, I used to be sports prefect. I participated in marathon 1,000, not a real marathon, 1,500-meter race. You go around the 400-meter track about how many times? I think 3.5 times. You will keep running. I was a junior student, JS3, and I was racing past senior students. My first major 1,500-meter race, I came third. What happened to us is amazing. After running and running and running and running, by the time you stop, you must collapse on the floor. Not really collapse and faint, and unconscious. But your strength will fail you. You can't finish such a race and keep standing. You want water, but you'll be lying down to drink. And then they'll be pouring you water as well. Right? So, when you ask what's happening with UACN, that's exactly what I see. UACN is actually trying to recover from that speedy race, that marathon it ran from 60 or so naira to over 100 naira per share. So that thing was too much for it at once. That's basically what's happening. But actually, those who bought from 50 and 60 and saw it rise are still selling to collect their profit. That's basically the actual thing that happens. So I have just used the marathon race as an analogy to make you understand. When a stock jumps terribly fast like that, it will pull back. But one stock that has continued to defy that logic of gravity is Beta Glass. The market is quite an interesting place to be, right? So you don't use one rule to judge all of them because there will always be an exception. And Beta Glass has stood out this year to be that exception. It just keeps going. It's almost looking like, well, I don't need to run too fast, but I'll just keep going. And that's what's happened. All right, coach, please, what's going on with Okomo Oil and Transcorp Hotel? Okomo Oil is resting from a major rally similar to what I've just explained. And then most recently, they just paid dividend. By the way, I forgot to mention to you, the day before yesterday, I received my Okomo Oil interim dividend as well. So while on vacation, dividend is still coming and telling you, go ahead and enjoy yourself. You have worked for it. You've invested for it, right? Okay. And then for Transcorp Hotel, overpriced compared to the dividend payout. But the stock price has managed to maintain whatever it is. Maybe there are foreign investors who are seeing the long-term prospects in Transcorp Hotel, because I hear that Transcorp is trying to open a branch in the south. Don't know if it's in the south or in the southeast of Nigeria, but Transcorp Hotel is working on a big outlet somewhere around the south. Do I need to feel the Charms rights issue even though I have shares with Charms? I don't understand. JK Money, you are, even though you don't or you have, if you have Charms shares, that's the more reason why you should fill the form and make the money available in your account for them to be able to debit you for those rights. Hello, coach. Is Caverton a good buy? Caverton helicopters are now into boat building. I really can't tell after it rose to 7 from around 4 whether this is a good time to buy. But I can tell you it's currently 665, down from the 702 it closed yesterday. 2 million bids, 2 million offers, 1.9 million bids. I would rather suggest entry price of around 5 naira is reasonable. Good afternoon, coach. Please, do you think of Mark Nichols? What do you think of Mark Nichols? Keno. Mark Nichols, every time I'm asked about that stock, that's the time I remember that I was previously asked and I was saying I will look for a way to find out how their financials is. But let me take a quick dive into what they are really up to. Mark Nichols, right? They make 13 kobo per share as earnings per share. That's a trailing 12 months earnings per share. 13 kobo. Shares outstanding 1 billion. Net income 147 million from 6 billion. That's too poor, if you ask me. From generating 6 billion, all you have left is 147 as net income, 147 million. And that's why the P ratio is so high, 26.37 times. But the relative strength index is showing 53, meaning it's not a bad time to buy. But it's currently at 3 naira 55. Let's see the 52 weeks high to confirm how far the price is from possible upsides. Okay, just give me a moment. Currently at 355 naira per share, 2 million shares bidded for versus 800,000 offers. 52 weeks high is 474. But guess what? 52 weeks low is 1 naira. So somebody in the last 12 months actually bought Mark Nichols at 1 naira per share. And now it's at 355. So it's up to you to decide what is a good price to get in. Not too bad a price, but there may not be much a price movement unless something spectacular happens with the fundamentals or corporate actions. Coach, is Academy liquid enough to exit so I can buy 250,000 units to enjoy the bonus and dividend? Academy is liquid when it wants to be. Currently, we have 1.1 million bids versus 530,000 offers. So, it's that liquid. 250,000 shares can be sold in batches when the time comes. But it's not as liquid as most other bank stocks, if you like, in actual liquidity terms. But the good thing about Academy is that there is very serious prospects still going forward. I saw the fundamentals, stated it at 5 and shared with us. And that was how so many other people got in from around that 5 and 6. But you know what? Earnings per share is now 79 kobo right now. PE ratio 11, not bad. Still not bad. Okay. All right. Coach, please enlighten me on Bua Foods, buy or sell. That one will face serious difficulty because of the price already 539. Quite expensive now. A whole lot has to happen for that to translate into capital gains if you buy now. Okay, I'm trying to check some comments on Instagram because I stopped scrolling, and I will advise, you see, there's a lot that I have not seen. These are the problems with this app not scrolling. Akudo Onyido says, Coach, what's the best entry price for Aradel and UACN today? UACN's current price is good to enter. Aradel seems to be gaining today 512 naira per share, 2 naira gained, but the bids are still less than the offer. So you can still buy at 511 or 510, in fact. Then for UACN, I'm seeing it as 73, which is also a good price. 73 naira 50 kobo currently, up from the 73 naira yesterday. So 73.50 is a good price if you must buy immediately, because it's looking like the bids are now building up for UACN. 992,000 bids versus 1.1 million offers. Coach, please, which stock will I buy with 1 million? 3 different stocks. I would not even advise you to split 1 million into 3 different stocks. Now, this also brings me to the subject of over diversification. It's a big problem because we share a lot of ideas does not mean you should be in every stock. 1 million naira, maximum 2 stocks is enough. Find 2 stocks you are comfortable with, all the things that being said about it, stay there and build from there. Someone says they can't hear me on TikTok. Please, if you can hear me on TikTok, just type yes, 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 yes. All right, thank you very much. Confirmed, I am heard. So perhaps it's the person's earpiece that has a problem or the person's connection. Thank you very much. So with 1 million, you shouldn't diversify into more. You shouldn't buy more than 2 stocks. You want to see the value. Otherwise, compare you're buying 2 different stocks with 1 million, maybe splitting 500,000 into each. Every time those stocks either pays dividend, you get a reasonable a lot of dividend. Every time the stock price also increases, you notice a reasonable increase in the stock in terms of capital gains. But when you split 1 million into 5 stocks, 10 stocks, then you have just butchered the money into pieces that you can't really track and you can't really lay hold. You will see a lump sum, and some may even be dragging the performance of the portfolio down. So I prefer you stick to with 1 million, then just do 2 stocks. And 2 stocks, one in the banking sector that looks very attractive now, Zenith and Fidelity. If you do not want to stay all in the banking sector, which I also do not advise, then you want to hold some in Zenith and some in some of the funds you deploy to a stock like Dangote Sugar, UACN, any of those. Just hold those stocks and sit tight. You get more money, you want to add to that, or you want to diversify into others. But don't be all over the place spreading your capital like that. You may not see value unless the money is much. Now, somebody was asking, what of 8 million? I saw that question before it scrolled off the screen. 8 million? Great. With that, I would say split it into maybe 5 stocks, right? At that point, you will have Zenith, you have Fidelity, then you go on to have TIP, then you have Dangote Sugar, then you have UACN. Solid. Then you keep building on that. Every major move by anyone grows your portfolio. And every time dividend comes, it makes more sense instead of splitting it all over the place and be receiving pieces of money left, right, and center. I hope you get that point now. So 8 million, 10 million, maximum 5 stocks. By the way, some people are invested in one particular stock with as much as 10 million, 20 million, 17 million, like that. One stock. Eddie Morgan says, guys, my visa has been approved. Well, congratulations. That's outside this. That's not why we're here. So please, that's in fact, you are running foul of the rule. It's just a good news. So I'm smiling. I'm smiling about it. But please, let's stay focused on stocks. Coach, please, which stock will I buy with 1 million? Different stock, coach, please. Well, I've just cleared that. You can pick from all the others I've mentioned. The same question has already been dealt with. 7 minutes from now, the phone lines on TikTok will be open for us to take calls. But guess what? SFS REIT is flying. My goodness, hold on. Something is going on in the real estate investment trust sector with SFS REIT. Yesterday, I saw how it jumped and was on the gainers list. A $300 stock continues to gain maximum today again, now 331 naira. If you remember the story I've always repeated regarding SFS REIT, you will agree with me that a lot is going on in this company right now. Union Homes REIT also 59 naira from the 57 naira it closed yesterday. Let's see how many transactions has been done so far. Not much. Okay, hold on. Well, not much to change the prices of both, but it's really looking interesting what I'm seeing here with these stocks. Okay, so focus on a company that you are comfortable with based on what you have heard about it. Pile into it and relax. You will be amazed what that company does every time they pay dividend. Serious money. Hello, coach. Is it okay to ramp up on Learn Africa and name it today? Well, name it was looking like it's beginning to stabilize and even add a few kobo, which means the drop may have come to an end. Yes, so it's okay. There's a reversal from what I'm seeing with name it. The drop is over and it can only begin to rise again. So it's bottomed out from that pullback. Yesterday it closed 660, today is 664. It's fine. And then the other one you mentioned was what? Learn Africa. Learn Africa actually announced a fantastic dividend of 35 kobo per share. Very nice move there. Learn Africa. Let's see how much it is. Has it affected the stock price already, or the market doesn't care? We'll find out. Learn Africa. Yes, that's it. 750. Yesterday it closed 710. Today is 750. I can see that the market has not really received Learn Africa as well as it did Academy Press. And perhaps that's because of the difference in the fundamentals, So that's the much I can say about those two. I'm really worried for the Instagram family because their screen doesn't scroll. And so most of their comments are not coming to my face. Hi, coach. Can I top up on the following stocks? Fidelity, UBA, Boa, Okomu, Ikeja Hotel, Wapik. All fantastic. Who is Bolariwa? Go ahead. As Sewe Oligbi says, coach, I want to spread my 250k into 3 stocks. 100k, 100k, 50k for short time. What stock should I get? I have no idea what you want to buy for short term with 250k, and I also don't know what your short term is. It's always dangerous putting short term funds into stocks, and the way you are going about splitting it, that will even get you more frustrated. It's better to lump the 250 into one stock, just as I explained. I didn't see your comment before I started giving that explanation of over diversification. So 250 into 3, that's over diversification. If I were you, I would just dump it in Zenith. And then by February, I should go out with something reasonable. Coach, is Nestle still a good buy? It sells about 1,900. At this point, it makes it difficult, but Nestle will eventually go above 2,000. It's lingered under 1,002 for so long, having touched 1.5 until most recently it started running and is now at 1.8. Eventually to get to 1.2, but you know what? Sellers are on the prowl now. 121,000 offers, only 59,000 bids. So you want to stay patient. I don't think it's really reasonable to go into such stocks. That stock has also been milked. For me, I'm here for you to make the most of your resources and not in stocks that have already gone so far. Good afternoon, coach. Please, what stock is below 4 naira that I can buy now to receive dividend in the next 3 months? Wow, your conditions are so wonderful. It must be below 4 naira. It must pay you dividend in the next 3 months. There's no stock like that to my knowledge right now. S. Botalicious. Please change your investment goal. You want dividend stock, pay 113 naira per share and buy NIDF. Otherwise, because that's the stock that could pay you dividend every 3 months. But if you just need it in the next 3 months, then you buy Fidelity. It's still not under 4 naira. It's 20 naira per share. And after you receive that dividend, you won't receive any dividend again till May. If it's Fidelity you buy, Zenith you buy, GTCO you buy, or any other. None of them under 4 naira. The market has a way of just pricing these stocks. You can't eat your cake and have it. You know, you have to grow to the extent of paying dividend regularly before your stock price will match up. And your stock price cannot be that low if you can be able to be paying quarterly dividend or dividend twice a year. You can't short circuit the system. And this is why we say stay in the market to get all the market has to offer. Don't rush the market. Just like a woman doesn't get pregnant today and deliver today. You must stay for the 9 solid months. It's natural. That's the way nature. The world you live in is governed by this principle. That's why you can't discount patience. Any good thing that must last, you can't short circuit the system. A baby they bring out from the stomach that is not to 9 months is premature, and some of their organs will not be fully formed. That's disaster for the life of that child. Do you understand that now? You go and put corn in the ground and you want it after 1 month. It's not possible. It has to stay for 6 months before it can pay you and bring out fruits. So you should not, it's the same with business. It's the same with growing up. It's the same with going to school. You don't get into year 1 and jump out after year 1 and say you have graduated, they should give you your certificate. Is that possible? If they tell you your course that you chose is for 5 years, you must stay in there for 5 years before you come out with a valid certificate. So why do you want to? In business, the same thing. There are businesses you will start today, you will have to wait 1 year to break even before you get into profit. There are businesses 7 years into the business before you break even and get into profit. So why come into stocks and you want magic? It doesn't work that way. That's why people get wounded. So it's not about the stock market being dangerous. It's about people not having the correct orientation, mindset to set up their investment goal so that they don't try to short circuit a natural system. I tell people poverty is the evidence of the disobedience of the laws that governs wealth. Write it down somewhere. Poverty is the evidence of the disobedience of the laws governing wealth. People want to get rich quick. They break the laws and they go into poverty. They lose their money. People are ignorant. They are earning big salary. They are appearing rich, but they are not, as long as they are not investing from what they are making, because a time of reckoning will come. You are not the only one in the world. God is in heaven distributing the riches of the world around everybody else. So a time will come, the stream of income open to you will close. The question will then be, what have you been doing with what you have been receiving? Do you get the point now? It's not about somebody being born in a rich family. You can be a founder of a rich family based on what you do with what is coming to you now, and then what you pass on to your children in terms of education so that they continue in that line. People are castigating Dangote for putting his daughters in the boards of the companies he created. Who should he put there? He has sufficient professionals that he has worked with, that he has also groomed, and he's now handing over. He gave chairman of the sugar company to one of his former directors on the board of Dangote Group. He has given chairman of Dangote Cement to somebody else. But his daughters have been there learning the ropes and going, representing him in one occasion or the other, and being a part of the business all along, learning from these guys that he has put on ground. Who else should he put there? He has all sorts of professionals across the world. So what are we talking about? Pass on, be the founder of wealth in your family, in your lineage. Be the one to start it, then groom your children to follow after you. Nobody is coming to save anybody. I've said it before. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 p.m. The lines are open on TikTok right now. Line up and make your environments quiet enough for a good discussion as we go on to take your calls. Thank you very much. While we're waiting for the calls to start coming in, let me take on some of your comments. Abio, who else should he put there? Thank you very much, Real Jerry. I appreciate you. It's been a while, sir. Hope everything is fine. Ray Hubbard says, now so coach, I'm working on that with my kids. Absolutely. Give your kids the legacy that nobody is interested in giving them. In fact, for your information, your success is causing confusion amongst your haters. And what they can't do to you, they want to befall your children, which is that no matter how successful you are, your children should fail. So the ball is in your court. You are in a constant fight to make sure that what you have built lasts. That's why you must bring your children in. We have been here talking about minor form, minor form. Most of us have still not opened a minor account for their children. Opening a minor account is one step. The other step is integrating them into it when the time comes. And that's what inspired my idea about coming up with kids investment channel on YouTube and all that. I'm still trying to work on that. We are leaving no stone unturned to see that what we are building is actually built to last and outlive us onto our generations after us. People are complaining a pastor founded a church and then his child is the next in line. Who should it be? Did you not see what happened with Moses, Aaron, and all those people? If you have a better person you have groomed to take over, no problem. Everybody face your front, run your empire, and stop dictating what happens to others. Let them answer to God. In case God gave them another instruction and they decide to give to their children, allow God to judge them. Have you sorted your own generation out? That's the question. We are here for generational wealth, and you must not miss out. Ladies and gentlemen, the call lines are open. We have callers waiting, and we shall be taking these calls in this manner. First caller, JK Money. Second caller, Premex. Third caller, Real Jerry. And please, I'd like you to keep your environments quiet. We will not entertain calls in a noisy place because it disturbs me, particularly who is receiving the call here, and of course, other listeners who are with us. On to the first caller for today, JK Money. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, coach.
You are in a noisy place. Could you excuse yourself?
Okay, sir.
Tell us your name and where you are
Yeah, good
streaming
afternoon,
from.
coach. Is it better now, sir?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Your
Yeah, so
name
I
and where
wanted
you're
to ask about the charms rights issue. Like, I really don't understand because I have like 20,000 shares on it. So I got the form from my stockbroker. So they have sent it. So I really don't know how to go about it. Then for the second question, I wanted to ask about the rice stock to invest in, because so far I was looking at Dangote Cement because of the news that I saw on your Instagram page. Then also looking at UPDC. So I wanted to hear your opinion about that, sir. Thank you, coach.
tell us, tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, yeah, my name is Joke, and I'm talking from Lagos.
Thank you very much, Joker from Lagos. Number one, Charms rights issue is given at 1 for 2. For every two you have, they give you one to take up your rights. That is to say, 20,000 shares of Charms that you have divided by 2 gives you what? 10,000. We make provision for 10,000 shares worth to pick up your rights, and the rights offer price is 1 naira 70 kobo. 1 naira 70 kobo times 10,000 shares is about 17,000. So you make 17,000 available in your account. That's your trading account. Complete the form. In the space where you are to fill the number of shares, just put 10,000 shares and then you submit. You are now buying for 17,000 what actually in the market sells for about 27 or 29,000.
Okay,
That's
coach.
the situation with Charms. And then
Okay.
what next stock to buy? UPDC, not bad. If that is your major target, perhaps you want to also concentrate your stocks on your capital on some few target stocks and pile up the volume as much as possible. If you are not looking at dividend yet, you can start growing with UPDC. Hopefully, it's still around 6 naira plus. It's a good long term price to enter.
Okay, coach. Okay, coach. So for the charms, if I'm to fill the form, I'll put 10,000 shares, then I'll pay 17,000 to my stock
Yes.
broker.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you, coach.
Thank you. Second caller is who was that again? We might have lost the second caller. Was it Primex? Well, we go on to the third caller, Real Jerry. The calls are mounting up already. 13 callers standing by. Let's see how
Good
this will
afternoon,
proceed.
Coach.
Good afternoon to you, sir. It's good to have you, sir. Please go ahead with your name and where you're streaming from.
All right, sir. This is this is Jerry on the line. I'm streaming from Benue State.
Thank you very much, sir. Please go ahead.
It's been a while, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry I missed your calls along the line as well. It's not
Thank
been
God.
easy.
Thank God, sir. And I must say you are looking good this afternoon on your outfit.
Thank you very much. It looks like t-shirts are looking more interesting in the eyes of many.
Honestly, it looks good on you. So, Coach, a quick one. One of the questions I wanted to ask the lady before me just answered concerning that of charms, which I think you've clarified it. Then two, sir, which is my basic question is afternoon. What's happening is First Holdco. Is this still a good place to keep investing? I just needed to know because it seems that stock is not really moving in my eyes. So I needed to know if First Holdco is still a good buy.
Well, when we identify a stock for being a good stock, it doesn't stop being good until something fundamentally bad happens. As far as we are concerned, the worst days of First World War are over, right?
Yeah.
And it can only get better. This was the case with MTN, stagnated at 1 naira 70 kobo, 1 naira 8, I mean 1 naira 70, 1 naira 80 naira for so long. It looked like nothing was happening until eventually the market began to notice the change in the returns. First Holdco is out of the woods, and going forward, it can only do better. So if it's slowed down now, it doesn't mean it will move. It has one characteristic that I think that we should have noticed by now. That is to say, there was a time when it was selling at 16 naira, stayed there for so long, eventually advanced to 1920, hovered around there for so long, eventually went to 25. At some point, it drops to 22 and then goes back to 25, hovers there for so long until it got to 30, 32, 33. So the movement is very predictable. It will stay here now for so long. The next 5 and above, and find a support there. So that's the pattern I have noticed with First Bank.
Okay. So, if I may ask, between First Holdco and Fidelity, which one will you recommend, sir, at the moment?
Wow. A tough call there, but I will go immediately with Fidelity because it's now been down there at that 20 for longer than any other
Yeah,
bank.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
for the fact that there are immediate upside possibilities for Fidelity, I will go with that. Very simple.
Beautiful, beautiful. Fidelity. All right, coach. I think that will be all for now. I want to say this quickly. You keep inspiring us. Keep the good work. We are motivated daily, always. Though for a while I've not been on live with you, but I must say your life has been tremendously impactful. Thank you so much. You made a quote just before I hang up. You made a quote. You said poverty is evidence of disobedience. I didn't get it completely. Please, can you repeat that quote?
Poverty is the evidence of the disobedience of the laws governing wealth.
Beautiful. That's another striking one. Thank you, coach. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate. So when people disobey there are laws governing wealth. When people disobey the laws governing wealth, they are actually obeying the laws of poverty without knowing. So poverty comes at them. That you are working and earning 1 million naira, 5 million naira a month is not enough. You have just obeyed one law of wealth, which is make money. It is one thing to make money. It is another thing to keep money. It is another thing to grow money. People make money but don't even know how to keep, not to talk of knowing how to grow it. You get the point now? So when you violate these laws repeatedly, you will end up being broke no matter how much you have. That's why you have former politicians being so broke. When they were in power, they were driving the best cars, Benz 200, flat boot, Mercedes Benz, during their time. That's the same car that is parked in their garage, worn out, tattered, broken down. Why? They couldn't live beyond that season of their prosperity. That's not wealth. It came, it disappeared. Wealth stays and outlives you. That's what we're trying to do here. And that's why nobody should be intimidated. In this community, nobody is intimidated by how much you have. I have been trained in my wealth journey to not bother about how much somebody has more than me. So relax. Just keep doing what you must do with what you have. That's what creates the wealth that will sustain you tomorrow. You will be amazed how you will be far better than those people earning more than you now that are not doing the right things. If you keep obeying the laws of wealth, the little you are putting aside will stand you out. That's why you have former footballers, former athletes who are earning all the money in this world, traveled all across the world, but they are locked up in one local place now because they squandered everything. They disobeyed the laws governing wealth and poverty came at them. You will be amazed that you will be the one now traveling around the world and looking like you have all the money to yourself. But because you obey the laws, even though you earn less, you are doing the most later on. Thank you very much. It looks like people are really making sense of what I'm saying. If I am making sense, please go ahead and type sense. The screen is not scrolling on Instagram, and so many comments are being held back. I'm not happy with that. All right. The next set of callers shall be Primex, Tonia, and Donald Ngam. Please keep your environments quiet as we proceed. Primex, Tonia, and Donald Ngam. Let's have a good conversation.
Good afternoon, sir.
The Oluwa Tifese Sense One Wound Coach. Good afternoon. Please go ahead, your name and where you're streaming from.
All right. My name is Samuel. I'm streaming from Port Harcourt, River State.
Thank you very much. All the way from Port Harcourt. Go ahead with your comments or
Yeah,
questions.
this is my first time joining your live section, and first of all, I realized I could only save about 60,000 naira every month amongst what I earn. So, what I have been doing for a while now is I've been having them on my PiggyVest platform, just lock it there till the end of the year. So it yields the profit. But the funny thing is, the profit is what I use for other needs, because sometimes when I lock it, I get the profit immediately, the interest rather. So now I was thinking, is there a way I can actually better my 60K investment every month? Like, do I invest it in different companies, and how do I go about it, sir?
Open a stock brokerage account, put that money to work faster for you. You just obey the first two procedures of money management. These are things they don't teach you in school. They teach you to get a degree to be able to earn money. So the steps for wealth creation is make money. You don't fall from the sky. You have to make money. The only way you know how to make money is putting it in. Number one. You have done that by the 60,000 you are retaining. Number two, keep money. So you've been saving it. But you've come to realize that saving has never created wealth for anyone. If anything, savings adds very little in terms of interest on your savings account, but whatever you think you have earned as interest on your savings account is blown away by inflation. Let's not talk about devaluation yet. Let's focus on one currency. Inflation eats away a lot of the money you are keeping for a long time in the name of savings. That's why for me, savings is an old syllabus. The third step of creating wealth is now growing the money that you have kept. So accelerate the work that money you are saving will do for you by investing it. So to invest, open a stock brokerage account, put in your capital as regularly as you want, listen up, get enough knowledge to be able to now make up your mind where to invest. Possibly also ask questions. In a live stream like this, or you join Network Investors Club, 3,200 members across the world, Nigerians abroad and in Nigeria, and some foreigners are in that our Discord group called Network Investors Club. All you need to do is follow me on Instagram, send me a DM requesting to join the group and open your brokerage account. I'll send you those two links. But to get the foundational knowledge, also ask for the beginner video. I'll forward those to you. It's on my YouTube channel. You can go there and subscribe for free. But the video is far down the pecking orders because of all the other new videos that have come up. I will forward that particular video to you to help you stay grounded, understand the fundamentals of how stock market activities happen. Then you can start putting that money to work for you. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, sir. I would follow you on other platforms, sir. So
Thank you
I
very
can also
much.
DM you, so you can add me to the Discord group.
Excellent. But do all of that on Instagram, right? Thank you. Next caller I said was, is it Tonia? Tonia has escaped. Perhaps she called by mistake. So we go on to the next. I mentioned Donald Ngam. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, coach.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Dodan Ngam, calling from Abuja.
Donald from Abuja. You sound very low.
Oh, maybe my voice is so slow. Sorry. Is it better now?
Much better now. Go ahead, Donald.
All right, sir. I just wanted to ask about the insurance sector, if it's a good time to enter or to still be a little patient, because I plan on getting Prestige. I don't know if it's a good one under the insurance sector. And also, I'm kind of stuck in the process of I don't even know what other stocks to get, because on my portfolio I do have Boasment of about 5,000 shares. I have Charms of 1 million shares, and I do have Qtix of 100. Although I want to average up on Qtix, I'm just waiting for the price to give me a little bit of a pullback to be under four something. Then I do have Jais, and then I do have NIDF. So I'm looking for which to should I buy any on any other sector. I also have Jais of about 49,000. Although I'm waiting for Jais also to do a pullback and to see if I can average up on that one. So I want your professional advice on which I should average on and which I should add to my portfolio.
All right. I want us to understand that you have the cash now doesn't mean you should be under pressure to buy immediately. Yes. And then that you have a certain quantity of various stocks does not mean you should go ahead and add more other stocks. What I advise, just like to still avoid over diversification, keep piling up on the stocks that you have. Have a strategy such that you pick a certain range of stocks, some to fetch you dividends, some for long term, some for capital gains purpose, and then pile in on them. I can see that some of us have capacity to stack up a stock up to 1 million shares, but we are not. We buy 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, just scatter it all over the place. No. What you have just mentioned now, it's looking like you have more penny stocks than growth stocks, or more value stocks than growth stocks. So what I will advise is it is not wrong to keep adding to what you already have. That gives you a chance to grow the quantity of stocks you have, so that should any of them pay dividend, it becomes substantial for you to now use for something else. Assume it's scattered all over the place, 10,000, 50,000 dividend, 20,000 dividend, 5,000 dividend is coming at different times. You may not be able to utilize the money well enough if compared to it was coming in the form of 200,000 naira dividend from one stock, because you piled up on that, because you can now use that bulk money to even reinvest in that stock or any other stock when the dividend comes. So I think that's the best way to go about it. So your funds are not scattered all over the place. It's in order to keep piling. And number one, I began by saying number two, that you have the money now doesn't mean you must buy immediately. You can just wait and keep waiting and keep waiting, because between now and November is no longer far. It's either you buy now before those who will perform and announce a very good third quarter result do their announcement, or long after they finish the third quarter result announcement towards the end of October into November, then you cool down and buy most of them at a very good price. The best price you may ever find them in the next 1 year. Did I
Okay, coach.
answering your question or
Yes,
confusing you?
no, I understand, coach. And I also want to. Last time you talked about new, I was unable to get into it before it rose up to about six or thereabouts. So I was wondering if it would have a pullback, or you have any other US stock to recommend as a good entry now, and if it's a long or short term.
Neo. Neo has fetched people around 50%, 40%, and so on. I expect a proper pullback.
Okay.
I'm just trying to check now. Yesterday it closed at 6 naira 70 kobo. I remember mentioning that $6.70. I remember mentioning that $4 something, and a lot of people bought in. Now I'm seeing my suspicion or expectation already happening in pre-market today. Though it closed at $6.70, it's now $6.52 before market opens.
Okay.
So maybe the pullback will just begin from today.
All
But
right.
if you put into NEO for the longest of time, then the person should just watch the pullback. But another tactics would have been sell before the pullback. When it pulls back, bring everything you sold, get back in, and enjoy the ride back up later on.
All right.
For you who missed the first bus, wait for the second bus. You know, the stock market is like a bus station. If you miss your first bus, in a couple of minutes, another bus will arrive to take you to your destination.
All
Make
right.
sense?
Thank you, sir.
Right. Sometimes the way this thing comes out of my mouth, I don't even understand. But I'm sure it's really, you can relate when we put it together with everyday events and activities, right? Okay, next set of callers, FX Junkie. I guess you were supposed to call yesterday. So let's go ahead. FX Junkie, number 1. Awolo, number 2. Herbs and Supplements, number 3. Let's go with FX Junkie, number 1.
Dami.
That's a noisy environment we can't cope with. I told you, I'll give you updates that you're about to be called in. Keep your environments quiet so we can progress. Awolo, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Tell us your name and where you're streaming from, sir.
My name is Tumishe and I'm streaming from Abuja.
Tumishe from Abuja, it's good to have you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. You spoke about concentrating in like a few stocks when you have like huge money. And I'm wondering, isn't that like too much risk in like a few individual stocks? Because I feel like you stand a high chance of losing all your money if there are like sudden eternal issues or like economic policy wahala.
Nice line of thought, but I'll also try to clarify that I didn't say if you have huge money.
Yeah, okay.
Unless the money is huge enough, then you can diversify a bit more.
Okay.
And I was specific about certain amounts. When someone mentioned splitting 500,000 into, is it 500 or 200,000 into 3 stocks, 250,000 into 3 stocks, 100,000, 100,000, 50,000.
Mm.
At that point, you don't need diversification. You just need one solid stock. And then, but when the money is huge enough, and then I said, if it's 1 million, maximum 2 stocks. If it's 5, if it's 10 million, 8 million, then you want to look at 5 solid stocks. Now, regarding whatever happens in an industry that will be detrimental to the stock performance, that's where real diversification into various sectors comes in. There is no how every sector will suffer the same at the same time. I've
Yes.
been trying enough here to see. For instance, petroleum sector enjoyed the very first minute the president took over when he mentioned subsidy gone, while the rest of Nigeria was shouting and quarreling and crying that fuel prices were
Mm.
going to go high. Then we were in on WhatsApp, Network Investors Club. I went there and listed all the petroleum marketing stocks on the NGX. I said, watch these stocks, they are going to boom because subsidy gone means more sales because stock price will increase. I mean,
Yeah.
fuel price is going to increase.
Yeah.
That is what exactly happened. So you are also saved sectors that may suffer due to government policy when you diversify, as much as you are also going to enjoy from such sectors. So when you are doing 5 stocks, for instance, you
Mm.
must not concentrate all in the banking sector. The banking sector rally we are seeing now is not normal. Bank stocks have always traded sideways, not moved too fast, and then pull back and all that. What
Mm.
we're witnessing is a result of the recapitalization and some repricing of the entire Nigerian market after the naira was heavily devalued.
Mm.
So
Okay.
it will soon come to an end. You are not to stick to banks alone. That's why I always advise people maybe 2 banks out of 5 stocks you are going for.
Mm.
FMCG suffered. The entire manufacturing sector suffered last year. Cement manufacturers, fast moving consumer goods
Mm.
producers, the brewery sector all suffered. Now is their time. Their revival has started. You take 2 in that sector, then you go on for one service stock or one oil and gas stock. That way you can't go wrong. You see?
All right. One more question, please. So for the, I'm trying to get access to the volume of bids and offers. Like I see that you always type on your. I think someone said Atlas portfolio. Do I need to get an individual account with them to access like the data?
Yeah, it's their trading portal. So you must be signed up with them before you can access it.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you to Michelle. Next caller, herbs and supplements. Ordinarily, these people should be sponsoring this live stream. They are not, so I'm not going to share with you what I'm drinking from.
Good afternoon, coach.
Very good afternoon, ma'am. She's
Yes,
laugh.
sir. This victory is calling from Abuja. Thank
Thank
you
you very
so
much.
much for all you do for us. I really appreciate, honestly. This morning I checked and I'm so happy this morning.
Really, no wonder.
Quick one. I want to find out about chance. I didn't buy chance before June because I didn't got to know you before June. I got to know you, I think, around July. And I started buying, started August 1. I think I listened to your lecture for 1 month. Then after that, I started buying stocks in August 1st. So I want to find out this chance, how do I come in since I could not, although I've bought like just 850 units, I was waiting to ask this question before I buy more at the current price. So how do I enjoy this 1 naira 70 kobo since I did not come in before June? Is it
Okay,
possible?
it's actually not possible, and that's why it's called
Okay,
qualification date. Qualification date June 16th. Not possible. So
okay.
you just look away. Otherwise, you buy from the floor if you so love the company that much.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. I really appreciate what you are doing for us.
My pleasure anytime. When I see people I'm
Yes, sir.
sending, I can tell you're just barely a month into it and you're already excited like this. Never mind. Wonder what happens a year from now. Let's keep going.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. All right.
Yes.
Next set of callers. FX Junkie has appeared again. Okay, we will take you. And then please get ready. Santa Jerry and photographer, get set. Let's deal with FX Junkie. Looks like FX Junkie's connection is having a problem, so we go with Santa Jerry. OJ says, sir, remove the rap. No free advert for here. Yes, so our lawyer is already back. Yes, so they should endorse coach. Interesting. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Can you hear me, coach?
Loud and clear. Please go ahead, tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Good afternoon, coach.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from, please.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your coach and everything. I come from Lagos. My name is Sunday from Lagos.
Sunday from Lagos, thank you for joining. Please go ahead.
Honeywell last week. Yes, sir. I bought Honeywell last. My name is Sunday from Lagos.
I got that. Please go ahead.
Now I just want to ask, quick one. I just want to ask the Honeywell. I bought Honeywell last week. I just want to ask you how good is the Honeywell? Then I need more coach. I need more tutorial concerning the stock. I don't know much about it. I need coach.
Why did you buy Honeywell? Why did you make up your mind to buy Honeywell?
I was just searching. Anyway, I didn't know much about the stock. I was just searching through the trough because I got it through trough. And I bought 900 shares.
All right. Do not buy stocks because you just searched and saw. Buy stocks from a knowledgeable point of view and have a reason for why you bought. And you really can't on your own. So a community like this will help. What you will do is send me a DM on Instagram. Search for me on Instagram, follow and send a DM that you are just getting started. I will forward the link to you to watch the video on how the market operates. Then also request to join the group on Discord, Network Investors Club Discord group. I will send you the link. You will improve your knowledge by just being in that circle. Apart from coming on live. The reason why we come live here is to really look at real-time market activities and actions on the floor of the stock exchange so we can take action. But most of the knowledge also comes from those discussions on the group. Get? That way, you will improve your knowledge and then be able to invest wisely. But for Honeywell, it's not bad.
Okay.
Most of us have Honeywell, but we bought since when it was 4, 5, 6 naira per share, currently at 22 naira per share. And all of this happened between November and now, 8, 9 months ago. Why is it that we are still waiting? Because there is a plan for the parent company, which is Nigerian Flour Mills, to delist Honeywell flour from the stock exchange. And they will pay each minority shareholder like you and me a certain amount when that time comes. What we're waiting for is for that decision to finally be made so that we can get paid and we get out of Honeywell flour with whatever we are paid. But going forward, join the group as I have explained, and then you can learn more and make up your mind where to invest for whatever purpose. Is that okay, sir?
Okay, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate, sir.
Thank you very much. Photographer, you are next on the line. Lofty Hill Crown says, Coach, how many stocks position is good for 50 million naira, sir? And in what proportion? Well, depending on what kind of stock there is that you are investing in and the cost and the price of the stock, you can have up to 10 stocks or even 15 stocks in your portfolio with 50 million. In any case, you can also have just 5 stocks. It all just depends on your um, your goal, your plan. Because if you want, for instance, if you want to you want to retire soon, then you will stack up more on very good dividend paying stocks so that you are getting frequent dividend payments. For instance, a stock that pays dividend 4 times a year, every 3 months, like NIDF, you will stack up on more on that. Then you will also consider those that pays twice a year, stack up more on those. Then for growth stocks that are still around the penny stock range, you don't want to get too many of that, but you now have a few of those. That's it. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
All right, Coach. My name is Kola Oliver Patunde, and I'm streaming from Lagos, Nigeria. I want to appreciate you for what you've been doing for a long time. I've always been following you on Instagram, and I've been seeing what you've been doing. So this is the first time I'm following you on TikTok.
Awesome.
All right. So I have quite a few questions.
Mhm.
Coach, let's assume that I want to start investing for my wife from her salary. And let's say she can easily cough out 200,000 naira every month. Let's say 100 to 200,000 naira. What stocks will you advise that I stack up for her that at least in the next 5 to 10 years, she would have make a good profit to start a proper business?
Fantastic plan there, very doable. The point is, between now and 5 years, a lot of things can change. There's going to be change of governments because in 2027, this new government will go, meaning there will be, this new government will be re-elected or changed. There are only two possibilities. And then even after that, another 4 years from then, this entire government will go if they are re-elected the second time. Okay, so various government policy changes will take place. Various corporate actions will take place that will determine the stock prices and the fundamentals of a lot of stocks. So you can't focus on a specific stock or set of stocks for 5 straight years. What you should focus on is a specific strategy that any other stock can fit into, even if it doesn't fit into it now, within the 5 year period, it could fit into. And then those that fit into it now that may no longer fit into it 2, 3 years from now, you can be able to weed out. Do you understand the point I'm making, that you
Yes,
can't
I'm getting it.
specifically hang on to a particular stock for 5 straight years? Sometimes some stocks will be that consistent. And 5 years is a perfect time to grow real wealth as far as the Nigerian market is. I've made various clear historical analysis about. We saw a stock like NACO jumping from 2 naira 5 years ago to the 100 naira plus it is today. We've seen a stock like Fidelity jump from 1 naira 69 5 years ago to the 20 naira it is now. So as much as there are stocks that can make that move consistently for 5 years, there are also some that will not be able to complete that move. There are some which may fit your criteria today. And then there are some which do not fit your criteria today, but 2 years from now, they just fit in perfectly and you can pick up. But as we speak now, for a start, Zenith Bank is right there that you can keep buying for maybe the next 1 year or 9 months. Tip is right there to keep buying for the next 1 or 2 years. And you really don't need too many. Aradel is right there to keep stacking up until it becomes unaffordable. I think these three is enough. 200,000, 100,000 every month, just keep stacking. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. I really, really appreciate that. So actually, last year while they were doing the public offer for Zenith, we bought for Zenith actually. We bought probably around 300,000 naira, and we just left it there. And checking, I saw that it has doubled already. So, like you said, now we had more, and we also looked
Exactly.
into tip, and then
Because
bought.
300,000 naira at the last year's offer price is still not enough quantity that she will be retiring to business with.
Yeah.
So you start up more because
Okay.
as we speak now, upside potentials are still there. Like I've always explained in this club, the fact that GT now paid more than them because GT announced their final dividend after Zenith announced the regular that both of them were announcing. I know that Zenith will now try to match what GT pays next. And of course, that means from the 70 naira it is now, it should be nearing around 85 or 90 because GT will eventually climb above 100. So before that time, you have taken position for her again.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you
So,
very
like I said,
much.
I will also look at tip and Aradel. Although my fear for Aradel is that it's already expensive before, but like you said, now that
Well,
it's still
it will soon get more expensive. That's how we were looking at a Presco at 450 naira in November. Some people bought, and some people felt, well, it's too expensive. Now it has added over 1,000.
wow, wow.
All right.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for that, Coach. So I still have another question. I think another one I wanted to ask was about let's say I want to start investing for my child, like a million naira for a child that they just give birth to, and say, okay, 20 years I want to grow this 1 million naira. What can you suggest, Coach?
Buy tip.
Tip. Okay. So tip has ticked 2 boxes already. Okay, so Coach, I'll move forward. Let's say what company are into mining and mineral resources that are into lithium at the moment? Because I see government leaning towards that area, Nigerian government leaning
Well,
towards that
no
area.
other company is into lithium, but the only mining company we're aware of is Japol Gold. And that's why they now have the gold in their ticker symbol. Before now, it was just Japol Oil and Maritime PLC. They say they have a mining site around Osun State in the west or so, and they're working towards mining solid minerals. Whether there's lithium there, we are unaware at the moment. All we know is that their focus is on gold mine.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach. So I
Thank you very
noticed
much.
that VFD is
Last,
going down.
we have just 10 minutes left.
Okay, so I'll be very fast, sir. I know that VFD is going down. Is it the right time to buy it, or we should just leave it and then?
It's actually about the right time to buy VFD. The lower it goes, the better.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you very much, Coach. Please add me to the group, sir. The Discord
No,
group.
you send me a DM on Instagram
Okay.
requesting to join the group, then I'll forward the link.
Yes, I will do
That's
that, sir. Thank you so much, Coach. I love you.
all right. I love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. Right. We have 8 callers. We have 10 minutes. Can we manage it? Let's go. Okay. We have Nagiri Asuku, Inseko, and Math. Let's go, Nagiri. Let's make it fast this time. Quickly. Okay, Multiverse is also into mining and exploration. I am being informed now by Maobi. All right. It was specific about what kind of mining, and the lithium. None of them have actually said. Even Owando was thinking of mining as well. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Oh, good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Nikki. I'm streaming from Benin.
Thank you very much, Nagiri from Benin. Please tell us your name and go ahead with your comments.
Okay, sir. I have been following you. I think that should be last year, November, December.
Wow, best time, best time. I hope you bought from that time. Tell us what happened to you.
No, I did not. I started investing earlier this year. Uh, so I was able to gather few. Although I don't know because I've been praying about stocks. I didn't know how to go about it, and thank God I stumbled on your videos. So and I was so happy. So following it up, I remember I chatted with you about starting up something like investing with a little amount of money because for now I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I just started with 50,000 naira. But I remember then, because the whole thing was just interesting and everything. You always say buy this, and this one too is good. I was just acquiring. But I think I've acquired, for me, I don't know if it's okay because I I had
You've
to
acquired up to
acquire
30
about
stocks.
8 stocks. Eight of them, yes, NIDF, Charms, Aradel, Veritask, Wema. So about eight. But I don't know. I just feel probably it's too much. So I was thinking if it's something I can sell a few and just cut down to like five. So I can just be averaging up. Then that's first. I just need your help on that. Then secondly, because of the few ones I bought, my husband is kind of triggered because anytime I see my portfolio, the way it's just going up, he'll be like, this thing is working, no. Because
Walking.
initially he was warning, he was like he's skeptical about the shares market because of some things he has heard about it. So since he has been seeing my portfolio and this kind of shakara in me, like, I'm doing well at least, even though I'm not going out to work, I can see my
Correct.
portfolio. So he was like, he's going to give me 1 million naira. Like, I should just buy few any amount for him that you just want to try it. And I don't want to fall my hand, coach. So I don't really I don't really know the right stocks to buy. Although when he gave it to me, I bought Dangote sugar
Okay.
and Bua cement. Then later he gave me one M again. So I bought NIDF
Okay.
and Cadbury, those four. So when he brought it up again, I just told him to hold on first that I'm going to go back to my class. Like, let me get more ideas on how to. I don't just want to jump into the market because for me, I'm already feeling that I've made a mistake acquiring all those 8 stocks, coach. So please, I need your help.
I think the best way to sort this out now, because you must prove to your husband that you are a top class student who understands what's happening. God will not let you fall your hand, please. Eh?
Amen.
What I need to know is there some funds left, or you just want to rebalance the portfolio? If that is the case, send me the details of the stocks, the total quantity for each that you have, and the prices per share. You know, one thing with us, we don't joke with results. We are men. We have an ego to always know it all, but we are quick to identify and reward results. When we see results, that's it. That's the way men, their brain work. They like logic. Men, you are fumbling. Your wife is getting results. Come on now, put the money there. As long as we're getting results, no issues. So I want to make sure that your hand doesn't fall, right?
Okay.
Just send me those information on Instagram. I'll take time to go through. And you've done a
Um,
good job. I don't know when you bought Dank Sugar, but that's a good one. So by the time you send all those, I'll be able to advise accordingly. Never mind, your hand will not fall.
okay. Thank you, coach. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
And another thing, I want to open for my child. I
Awesome.
want to open the minor account. Although I would have
Wonderful.
done that 3 months ago, but I couldn't go out. But we'll be opening his normal account. We'll be opening both his Atlas account and his normal bank account this week. So
Yeah.
I would want to know, coach, if you can help me and even if you just two good stocks to buy
Never mind.
to buy.
Just put Just put that also in the message you will send on Instagram.
Okay.
All right.
Coach, thank you very much. God will bless you.
Amen. Thank you
And
so
I've
much.
been trying to call. God bless you, sir. See, God will promote you. You don't know what you are doing
Amen.
for us. God bless
Amen.
you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget, if you are opening a minors account, also find open bank accounts for them, because the money should be flowing into their account. Their dividends should be going into their accounts, and then it bounces back. You reinvest. If you do it once, you may not bother doing it, depending on how much you put in at first. Because their dividends, if it's a good dividend paying stock you buy for them, you just keep reinvesting the dividends. And then from time to time, if you want to add to what you already have growing for them, you do that. Before you know it, you will understand that it's not difficult raising children, you know. Thank you very much. This is making a lot of sense. Our women are so smart. They are now showing the men the way. That's the idea. We create more of ourselves in each other so that we go there and get the results for the family. While he's working hard to bring in the sweat money, you are now taking the sweat money to go there and fetch sweet money. Interesting, isn't it? Now we go on to Matt. Matt? We have just 2 minutes more, and then today's live stream will be over. It's making a lot of sense. I love the way you guys are so smart. I'm so sad that she didn't start immediately she joined. November, best time. All the stocks we mentioned that time, they are offline. Tip that time was 1 naira something. It's currently 12 naira. Like I said, Fresco was 450. It's now 1,550. Even Okomo that time was around 300 naira. It's now about 1,000 naira. All the stocks mentioned that Vitafoam was 25 naira. It's now 70 something naira. NACO was around 40, 45 naira. It's now 100 and something. Just imagine. All right. Okay. That call did not connect. We go on to the last 1 minute before we round off. Educated Bushman. I don't know why you call yourself that. It sounds somehow, even as I'm trying to get you up. But then I know it's a humorous approach to getting your own username. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Please
Yeah.
tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
All right, I'm Chukwemeka. I'm streaming from East.
East. Where in the East?
Anywhere, I'm streaming from East. Anywhere.
That's right. Go ahead.
Certainly, I want to appreciate you for all you do. God bless you. Please, can you lay emphasis on what do you think about that Vitafoam?
Vitafoam.
Is it a good time to buy?
I think Vitafoam has been trading sideways recently. I would want us to wait a bit. Let me see, 79. There is actually a rumor that they'll give a bonus, but I don't know when, and it's not official. Nobody has said anything about it. It may just not happen as well. I think in the absence of that, maybe towards November should be a good time. We know how low it goes. It's been trading around 79 for a while now. If you see it around 77 or 75, that could be a good entry price.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, somebody's on the comment section. They are complaining, Coach Nawa, pick me, but your name is not appearing here amongst the callers, and it's already 2 p.m. I apologize for everyone who have not been able to take their calls or read their comments and respond. Please, I am really, really incapacitated with time and really under pressure to deal with all of this, even while I'm supposed to be on a holiday. In any case, we've come to the end of today's live stream. Appreciate you all, Maobi, Rehoboth, everybody who has been a part of this, and you have liked, you have shared. Really, really appreciate you. If you are in Canada and U.S., because of time difference, this live stream video will be uploaded on YouTube at the end of today. Hopefully, you'll be able to take your time to watch, especially even those who are still at work across the world, including in Nigeria, who cannot pay good attention because you have to attend to work. Not a problem. Tomorrow again, we meet to share more ideas. Keep the flag flying. Let's keep growing together. Let's stay invested. This market will reward us. Don't forget, we are making money this year. Until we meet again, same time, 2 p.m., 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. This is me saying thank you very much and bye for now.